Welcome back, everybody. Holiday Doc here with none other than Team New Breed. Well, not officially, but we got some old members just kicking in with some scrims with us. Me and Midget are trying to develop some strats, and we were short 2 members, so we picked up Trig and Poos. Both guys don't play CTF whatsoever. So I want to kind of change it up this time and give you guys a more in-depth view into what went wrong into playing this game, and some things that we could definitely focus on and some things that we definitely need to change. So right here, scrims are all about testing the waters and trying to pull off new things. I was unsure if they were going to pull really hard into film off the start or go to the opposite side down long, and I was wrong on both accounts as they stayed on trees and sort of watched their spawn for a bit, which is kind of unorthodox. You don't really see that too much off the start of CTF games. So right here I want to talk about a proper way to set up and defend for the route back. So I'm going to pause the video, we're going to go to an overlook and take a look exactly where I failed and where I should have been on this flag return. So let's break this run down and try to see exactly where I should have been to make this a more successful cap. Midget King grabbed flag, ran back through spotlight and down towards A. My job as the support player should have been to cover long building, watch window, and watch gallows for the cutoff player. Had I had been there, we would have been able to have a successful cap. Having Trig up in the long sort of film building allowed him to have a perfect view on our flag, so I didn't need to be on box. Had I had been in the appropriate spots, this definitely would have been a successful flag cap. So back to the video, able to pick up the flag runner kill, unable to pick up the second. I do call him out, and he's not picked up. He's allowed to just kind of run right through. And we do have a flag runner. He's almost all the way home. We're able to pick up the flag, and we are up 1-0 right now. However, we're on the verge of getting counter-capped. Counter-capped, 3-man down, it's Trig versus 4 of their guys. We do come off the respawn pretty hard. We try to get over to Trig as fast as possible, but he's really in no position to kind of defend himself as he does get surrounded. Not the end of the world. He did create a longer delay on their counter cap, and right here I try to create a play for Midget. I know they're going to be coming around that gateway pretty quick, but I know that Midget was in the head glitch, able to kind of fend off anybody coming through there. So I grab flag, try to create them to come out of their spots, give them some room to move, and hopefully bring that flag back. But it didn't really work out, and everything looks good on paper. Like, people that claim to be professionals and professional coaches, yada yada yada, have tremendous ideas on how things should work out. But when it comes down to the gameplay, it's not always like that. So right here is kind of a redo of the previous event where I screwed up on the flag. Now I do cover long. I turn around, I try to cover A in spotlight. I pick it up, but Midget gets stunned. We should have had somebody at top film able to pick off anybody running back to our spawn. Now it's a really popular defensive spot is just to wait on the enemy flag. And it's the most frustrating thing to ever have happened is to die within 10 feet of your flag. But it is, it is the case. It happens a lot. People just need to learn how to, get back to the flag before your flag runner gets there. Secure the area. Watch for the, the corners and everything like that. Right here, I thought he was dead, able to pick up a late kill with, a back-to-back down zig and then in front of gallows. Gonna push up towards trees. I've got somebody over in prison. Now, prison was doing a good job. He was forcing, a little bit of a delay on the movement into our spawn. Not very much time left in the first half. A minute 49. Still lots of possibilities for flag runs, though. It takes, less than 15 seconds, I believe, to run flag to flag on this one. There is obviously going to be delays on where the flag runner is going. And, we're able to move in very efficiently. However, we get really bunched up there, and, that was kind of a mistake on our part, and we ended up forcing spawn over into spotlight. Now, I'm able to get 1 kill on the flag, which is, what I just mentioned on what somebody should be doing, but I'm not able to kind of hold it down and get back to our flag and support our flag runner. Those 2 guys that stayed over in the enemy's spawn there trying to cherry pick really should have run back with Trig on the run home. that he would have got more support had somebody have gone through mid, maybe trees, maybe hit up gallows, while I was in spawn controlling spawn. So, you know, always things to look back and look on, make improvements. They grab flag. So I've got 2 guys on my backside. You know, I'm going to move in. I fail on the gun battle there. He does get a little bit of an advantage as he's over top of a slight head glitch near the end there. But, you know, we're able to pick it off. Not able to secure it. 1-1, 34 seconds to go. Got to play it just a little bit more defensively. And our main problem in this game was getting counter-capped. It seemed like every time we got into the spawn and we were able to kind of get towards their flag, they ended up, you know, all downing at least 3 of us, moving towards our spawn very easily, picking us off. And I think that's just, you know, obviously I'm not going to claim to be pro at all. And, you know, I'm making a lot of amateur mistakes. But, you know, I try to look back and, you know, give myself advice. What should I really have done here? And where should I be next? What should I have done to really make things work? And I think that's why this video series is going to do well. And hopefully you guys enjoy it. And hopefully, you know, I don't get the remarks like, oh, he thinks he's pro, yada, yada, yada. You know, there's been a couple douchebags on the forums who, you know, think they're, I don't know. We'll just leave it at that. So, on the second half, trying to control spotlight and middle of the map off the start. You know, usually there's somebody going to be over trying to meet me through long or meet me on rubble pile towards A. Not the case. I'm able to kind of just easily run in, grab flag, move back through gallows, and then gate. Now, I try to cut off as many possibilities to get shot in the back as possible. You know, I wait for my teammates. I kind of, you know, zig and I zag, but, you know, I get the go-ahead to go, and I dive in, and then get picked. Big problem with what just happened. Yes, I did get the flag, but I've left it pretty wide open for the enemy to kind of just run in there and then counter cap again. Luckily, I did have a teammate in a good position to pick up the kill, but we know we're still letting them kind of just walk all over us. There's no real structure to our gameplay here, and it's really rough looking. Now, when I go back and I try to play this again, you know, we're obviously our objective is to think and talk more about our objective strategy in playing the, you know, the appropriate round. We're gonna be, if we go back and we play Hanoi, CTF in a scrim, obviously, you know, we have a bit of knowledge base to help us out now. We know, hey, these are some popular routes, and that's the whole point of scrimming and practicing. Right there, you know, had there been that slight delay, like there was in Modern Warfare 2 on, you know, on getting the flag back, I might have been able to pick that up. And, you know, that's a big challenge coming into this game, is there's no delay on picking up the flag or returning the flag, so it makes it a little bit more difficult. And those dolphin dives are pretty much the key. Like if you're within, you know, 10 feet of that flag and you're getting fired on, you know, the dolphin dive will get you into that flag more often than not. So, you know, a bit unorthodox. You know, the team is kind of choosing to go right side and letting us have spotlight spawn. Now, you know, obviously team to team there's going to be personal preferences, but, you know, for the most part I think it leaves, you know, the team too many positions and too many openings if you allow them to have spotlight. But you know, if you're set up appropriately like this team does to us, I guess it works, right? And that's the whole point. We know whatever works works. They get another flag cap on us. You know, I move in, not able to kind of, you know, pick up the kills when I should have got them. But, you know, make up for it. I grab another flag, run right by the barrel. I didn't even notice that, but I just seen that now. It could have blown up and been disastrous. And I'm going to come around, wait for my teammates, kind of play it a little bit slow. I'm asking for backup left and right, and they are in top light. They are doing a good job of controlling that left side on us. Really frustrating. They get the flag return, and, you know, it's just, I don't know, it just goes to show you that, you know, structure and strategy means so much more in this game than any others, you know, because you're not one person is able to run through the map with the ACR and just dominate, you know, certain portions of the map while sitting on a head glitch. Gonna play the front man on the support role on trying to bring this flag back. You know, I'm checking behind me, checking in front, and, you know, I rush ahead to try to get there to make sure that, nobody was on our flag, and I think that was a really good example of how to kind of run flags back. As a two-man team, the one guy is rushing ahead, and this is that counter cap, man. They were so efficient at knocking us down. Right after we get a flag, they're there, and it seems it's really frustrating every time we were getting a flag back that they were on top of us almost every time. Right here, I'm going to try the same sort of maneuver, get the flag return, watch for the guy on our flag, but my flag carrier does get double stunned by a teammate or by an opposition that is in the hangman's or the whatever that called, the guillotine. Sorry, he's up on guillotine and in the spotlight. We are able to kind of piggyback this flag. It takes us a couple tries, but we end up doing it. Spray and pray right there if you ever seen one. And then a horrible case of me just getting lazy. And you really cannot underestimate people's aim. And had I had not been lazy and actually aimed down sight, picked up that kill, we would not have been countercapped. Now these guys, like I say, time and time again, did a fantastic job of countering our flag caps. Yes, we did come ahead with 35 seconds left and come up to the lead of 3-2, but they were there. They knocked us pretty much all down, grabbed the flag, and freely moved back to get that tied up flag to 3-3. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I want to keep doing this stuff. If you enjoyed it, let me know. And host advantage right here, as you see, 3 of us are on 2-bar or 3-bar, and only 1 of us on 4. So take care. I'm Holiday Doc, and I'm out here.